in this day and age, men, we cannot afford to be heartbroken. There is no woman that goes for a man and they're in love with them. They go in for what that man can offer them.
People that have yoga beard, it's almost like mine. Someone said they are very unserious. They can never be in a serious relationship.
William, you're lying. You're trying to... You're trying to...
I saw it. Wait, I saw it because I have the same. Please.
Before we start, guys, before we get into the depth of why we are shooting today's episode, I feel like one of the reasons that has made me a bit tired and exhausted and disappointed and weak is the fact that I wonder why I'm is the fact that I'm so pissed at the men of today. So pissed. I don't know.
You're one of them.
I am one of them, but I feel like there's a group of men that is disappointing this generation of young men and women.
Okay.
Actually, especially of young men. It's the generation of men who are simps. Do you know what a simp is?
Kind of mass.
Generation of men who are simps.
I see them on Twitter.
Yeah, I was on TikTok, I think yesterday, but one, and I saw a man was pleading for a woman who had left him 1 year ago. So it so happened that this guy and his wife, they were dating in Dubai, and then somehow he ended up in jail. So because he was living together with the wife and he ended up in jail, the wife had to come back to Uganda. Yes, and mobilize and find ways of getting him out of jail. So after the woman got him out of jail, he came back to Uganda and the woman went back to Dubai. So when she went back to Dubai, they kept in touch. But I think she reached a point and outgrew the guy because the guy was in Uganda, he was jobless, but still was hoping that the woman would still be interested in him.
Yeah.
Owing to the fact that he says he took care of the woman while he still had money. He gave her everything she needed. So he felt like because he was in position to play his role as a man, this woman could not leave him. So I think because also the woman felt like the guy had done a lot in taking good care of her, there was no better way for her to walk away out of the relationship than just ghosting the guy. So over a period of 1 year, the guy has been pleading for the woman. The woman has not been picking his calls. She blocked him on some platforms. So he decided to find these people that do surprises for couples. There's a lady called Shifa.
I know.
So he reached out to her, and then the girl actually reached out to the woman, and the woman told the guy, "Man, I got done with you long time ago." The guy was like, nange, nakola chi, nkwagala, chichi. And I felt so pissed. I was so pissed at the guy. You know why?
Why?
I was so pissed because what memo do you need to know over a period of 1 year that someone does not need you in their life? Wetaga memo chokutegera nti after one period of 1 year's period, someone does not need you in your life.
You see, when it comes to love, at least once in your lifetime, you have to embarrass yourself.
No.
All love can make you embarrass yourself.
Let me tell you, William, in this day and age, men, we cannot afford to be heartbroken. I'm telling you, we cannot afford to be heartbroken.
It is just...
Listen, Simanya...
It is just someone being human.
Listen, Simanya, she has broken up with me. Oh, now I'm depressed. I cannot eat. Oh, I don't feel like going to my workplace. Or
You've
whatever.
never gone through such?
I've never gone through such.
Francis, you're sure?
Yes.
You've never experienced a heartbreak?
I have experienced a heartbreak, but you cannot afford the effects of heartbreak to bring you down. Because, William Laba, you're a man of today. rent is coming, your bills are coming.
Yes.
The moment you accept to be heartbroken, yes, and you say, oh, let us again akola kumolemo, or today I'm going to
yes,
be depressed.
but do you also realize that love is a beautiful thing, and everyone
All right, guys,
is entitled to falling in love?
everyone is entitled to fall in love, but you have to fall in with an open eye. If you're going to go there with the words of
Yes,
William,
we go there with-
love is a beautiful thing.
Wait.
As a man,
Wait.
William, kamaleyo songa yange.
Yes, but we go there with open eyes, but they somehow
Close your. That's why they say
Somehow close.
love is an institution for the blind. You don't see. So, like, you see, if you decide to say that you're heartbroken, your bills will keep coming in the same nature. So you see, if you allow the effects of heartbreak to bring it down, first of all, you will lose the desire to work. Your drive as a man will die, and your responsibilities will somehow be forgotten. But the landlady, remember, or your wherever you stay, they will still come to you not knowing that you're heartbroken.
Of course.
They will still come in the same fashion. They want their mind. They don't want to know if you're heartbroken or not. Because for most of the men today, your problems begin and end with you. Nobody's there. And trust me, with the women of today, she'll break up with you today, and tomorrow she's having the best time of her life, eating the best food that she wants, living her best life while you're crying.
And also the reverse is true.
The reverse is true, but the propensity of such scenarios happening are so common on men than it is on women. You know that?
What?
This is because men find women they love, but women find men that can take care of them. That means once you cease to play the part of being that caretaker and giving her what she wants, yes, she goes on to the next one who can afford it. There's no woman that falls in love with a man and she's in love with them. That's why when they ask, I'm telling you,
pardon?
There's no woman that falls in love with a man and she's in love with them. That's why one of the reasons...
This guy is contradicting himself.
Listen, there is no woman that goes for a man and they're in love with them. They go in for what that man can offer them. That's why even in most of these dating shows, they asked, what do you like in a man? Of course, she wants a man that taking care of her is high on the list.
You see, do you realize that sometimes you can learn to love someone with time? You can fall in love gradually. Like, let me give an example of the Indian culture. They get you a woman. But with time, do you know that the divorce rate for Indians is very low?
Because you learn to love someone.
Yeah, you can learn to love someone.
That's true.
You end up
That's
truly
true.
loving someone.
That's true, William.
When a woman can come because you're providing, but she can end up.
No. William, there's an expert for every man, wherever you're at and whatever relationship you're in. You know that.
Please stop speaking against love.
No, this is my opinion. You have your own opinion. For every man out there,
it is good. It is
for every man out there. This one,
Yeah, we don't misinform. We inform.
Listen, we are informing based on our opinions, and opinions can be right or wrong.
Yes, but
William,
for now,
William,
stop speaking against love.
Let me tell you,
Own your own.
For every man that is
frustration.
For every man in a relationship, you should know that your expiry date is coming. Whether you like it or not, it's just not yet about. It's not yet there, but it's coming. The moment you cease to play your role as a man in a woman's life, your expiry date begins to near.
Of course.
That's why they say it's easier to be a broke man, and it's easier to be single and be broke. But being broke and being married is very dangerous.
Of course.
Do you know why it's dangerous? Do you know why?
Yes, I know.
Exactly, because you will cease to play a role as a provider.
Yes.
And the moment that comes about, they'll start looking for option number 2. So no woman falls in love with you because no woman decides to stay with you because they like you. If they decide to go with you in a state whereby maybe you don't have anything to show, in terms of provision, at least she sees prospects that after a certain period of time, when omusajja in a vision, we shall be somewhere. That's why.
Yes, during that time.
Yes, that's why when they stick with you, and then you make it, and then you break up with them, they will tell you there is no way I can accept this. We build this together. That's because at the back of their mind when they came in, they had a goal to push you somewhere where you will be able to give her the comfort she desires. So
in men, short, you're saying if you're broke, you shouldn't fall in love.
Essentially.
Okay.
A broke guy, we have, I'm not rich yet, but so I think as...
You're talking about the majority.
Yes, majority of the men. Majority of the men, if and this has been said very multiple times, that if you're broke, you have no business falling in love. Because the currency abasajja gye tuwa mu relationship ye sente, which translates into taking care of our women. William, tutegeeza oyavuwale oba kati kankuwa example. William, do you know that a lot of people today break up because the lifestyle that they get into, they are assured when they're getting into a relationship, are not the lifestyles they
get after making it.
Yes, into the relationship. So people reach a point and cheba lava is not what they're being, is not what they're into at that point.
Do you also know that I can be broke to you, but stable to someone else?
Yeah, that's true, because yesterday someone reacted to one of our videos, a lady, where we were talking about Ugandan girls who are into expensive lifestyle but cannot afford it. So then she asked a question. She was like, but Francis, why is it that there are women that men can afford to give a life that they want? Or actually, she gave an example that why is it that there are women that a man can give a money for Uber, and then there's one that will give money for a boda. And then I just told her, you know what? Men treat women depending on the kind of value they think these women hold.
Yeah, of course.
And the value that women hold can be depicted or seen, one, in the way they carry themselves, two, the values the women hold, three, what the women have going on for themselves. So if you're somebody somewhere and you think that
you're doing nothing for yourself,
no, a big bum,
okay,
a big bum, big lips, nice skin is what will make a man see that you have the value in you. You're lying, because all that is perishable. True. The big bum tomorrow, actually one thing you should know about men, the big bum is desired when it is still in the pants,
still packaged,
and he has not yet touched it. But the moment you drop those pants down and I see the big bum, and there's nothing you can offer beyond the big bum, I'll just see it just like any other big bum.
Of course.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I think it goes back to the value that you bring to the table as a woman. That's why there are people you can be broke to and people you can't be broke to when it comes to women. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my rant, man. I was so pissed at it. So for the men, abasajja abali eyo mwana, omukyala bwakuleka tomwesibaako nnyo. You understand? I feel like the best way to deal with a heartbreak as a man is not to simp or chasing omukazi, because every time you put yourself in a position to chase a woman, she gets a higher leverage over you.
Yeah.
So she gets leverage over you, and then she gets to call the shots, which will not work in your favor. What you should do, find ways to work through the pain, and I've done that. Work through the pain. When you work through the pain, focus on adding value on yourself. Focus on adding value could be try to focus on things that you like. Do a small course, genda ko mu gym, you work out a bit, but make sure that you build a knowledge of self, just to cover, so that at the end of the day, what they are dating market, you're not the same person that was heartbroken a few years ago. That's how men can do.
You see, I think this discussion, we shall bring it back sometime. The thing of simping, because people, especially on social media, intentionally normalizing it.
Simping it, especially these motivational speakers.
There is a certain punchline that made me laugh and sad at the same time. A guy wrote on Twitter saying, I hate period blood. But when it comes to your period blood, I'm willing to smear it on my face. So I'm like, wow. So we should, I think, get...
It's the same thing with men that wash their ladies' panties.
You can. Why not?
Why would you wash your wife's panties, your girl's panties?
If I'm washing and I feel like I should do it, I can do it. It is not that someone is ordering me to do it.
You're a fucking simp.
Look at this one. Is that simping?
That's simping.
You've used the word my woman, my wife.
So
if I had one.
The guy said his wife's period blood.
No. It was just because yeah. I don't want to put names, but the
a public figure.
Yes, the girl is a public figure. The other one is that's why I didn't put.
That guy was just horny. You know, when men when men are horny, they tend to speak things that are not connected. So he was just impressive,
and especially on Twitter, simping
is made a norm.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to simp, but there are levels to simping. You want to show them that you love them, but you don't have to overdo it.
You don't overdo it, yeah.
And then don't be blind. You see these understanding boyfriends, the so-called, those guys suffer a lot mentally.
So for you, you're not one of them. Which kind of boyfriend are you?
What kind of boyfriend I am? See, Joshua is laughing. Oh man, I don't think I'm a good boyfriend material. So I don't think I'm a good boyfriend material.
Oliver hit. We go and write about hit and run.
No, I don't think I'm not a hit and run type of person, but I was fashioned to behave like a boyfriend. Because first of all, my words are so straight to the point. I would tell you in black and blue that if you're wrong, this is it. If you're right, this is it. And some people to many people, I'll come off as arrogant or proud.
So for you in a relationship, it is all about what you want.
It's not
There is no compromise.
It's not about what I want, but it's about being real to one another. Like I will not.
Yeah, but you see, sustaining a relationship, compromise has to be there.
Of course, one party has to be a fool in the relationship. That is to tolerate. In other words,
being tolerant. That is a hard word, fool. No.
Like you literally have to behave like you don't see certain things.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I do that.
So
too.
For you cannot do that.
I can't do that. I can't do that, but it depends on what I'm doing that for. You can't do something stupid and I'll act a fool on it. I will definitely call you out on that stupid thing. Yeah,
okay.
See now would they?
All right.
Yeah. So and when you're straight to the point, you save yourself a lot of things. Yeah. All right, guys. We started on a very rough note. Welcome to On The Board Podcast. This is episode 7, and I'm here with Mark Wolig, local man. How have you been? How has been your week?
As usual. Tukola. Nete basima.
Those are words of an underpaid employee.
Nedda sebo. Tutandika bintu ebyo. Sibigambyeko. Ondo ga tukola nete basima. Ate kati if I'm underpaid, I wouldn't be there.
Yeah, but sometimes, majority of Ugandans are jobs that they don't like to do. So it's just survival.
Of course, they are there for survival. Yeah. But if you're somewhere where you can be allowed to do whatever you want to do, you cannot be over, don't take a mwebyo, sibidimu. Bengamba abatasima bebe tukolera. Sabasajja, the king of Uganda, in his Easter message, He said tuyige okuwa ekitiibwa endagaano zetukola ne bannaffe naye ziba teziri naddala ezo ezitali mu buwandiike. But Ugandans can never respect that. Osobola omuntu, you can deal with someone nga temwinayo muwandiise, but it is this bro thing.
William, I'm so mad.
When you deliver,
I'm so mad at Ugandans. Like, we don't have a culture of respecting one another. When it comes to payment, tebagala kusasula. Ate bagala ebintu mangu.
Wano waba akyagala pressure.
And Ugandans.
Pressure.
There's a guy.
Ndozo awe nkuyambi kati ogenda kayisa.
Well, guy, man, I did for you some work. Don't take up pressure. Yeah? Did for you. So when the work, like, when the work gets delivered, you can tell even within the tone of the text that he has digressed. Okay, nagamba kati akasente storage. Okay, money. You wait a little bit. Tujja kulaba Ugandans, man. Ugandans. Nze mwantama. Tumwagala kusasula sente. That is number one. Number two, you demand a lot. And even, I feel like it's easier for you to work with someone that understands how your workflow goes than anyone that does not understand how your workflow goes. Omuntu akubira nagamba ngenda kuwa emitwalo 5 ngamba naye gwe gundi. Olowooza ngenda tuula butuuzi command things to work out.
You see,
and then that's
such people there, it is somehow strange. Omuntu ayagala ekintu ekiri premium.
You understand?
Premium. Naye nga budget gata.
Very low.
Gata. Naye nga ayagala
nga werekezaako n'omugambo.
Agala yo n'omusajja kiki kyafa.
Bakopi. Ate the funny thing is that omuntu gw'olaba nti mukopi ate is the person that has money.
Of course.
And it gives me the impression that it looks like rich people make money out of okuluma bannaabo.
I was with you. Someone told us if you want to get rich in Uganda, you have to play dirty.
These guys how do you sleep? Ngomanyi nti omuntu bamukubye date n'obusente bw'okubye n'obuguliramu abaana b'emmere.
Naye ng'oli eyakutuusiza ku ezo sente. Omulumye tomuwaddeeko yadde ataso. Naye nga naye alina famire.
Mwana mufe nga muleekaana. Mwabatagala asasula sente.
Nyiza nnyo tebalina kufa beetereze.
Nina obusunguzi. Waliwo bemmanja naye temwagala kunsasula.
Kati bw'anaafa ani anaakusasula.
Anti kati empeera kufa. Empeera y'ebbanja kufa.
Sebo. I want it. No.
On the real though, but on a more serious note, yeah, I think Ugandans should learn the culture of actually respecting the agreements for which they have, agreed with people to do certain kind of.
Yeah, because if you promise me money, me too, I promise someone money.
Yeah.
You see, I'm like, I'm going to get money today, and I will be able. Kadi ononaku. Notakuwadde oinondin kati ate jukira the person you've promised has also promised
someone,
so kalaini kali awo fenna,
so you all get labeled as liars.
Yes,
it's terrible.
Nenga so sebe no ku top aba akulumye n'atakwokya bayige ne Bible egamba omuntu musasule ng'entu yose tezinakala
akomba esikamanyi
obadde tokamanyi.
Producer, you're born again.
I'm a producer. Am I right or wrong? Nti omuntu alina sasulibwa ng'entu.
Put it in English. Producer takamani.
Producer akamanyi.
Zigaba takamani yani kataddeyo mu luzungu.
Producer just saga muvuga speed. My fans saga nyo vuga ba no speed. Producer ali mu kugira balancing light akola kigo yaga mutwalaganya. But it is always good sasula omuntu ng'entu yoze tezinakala because there is sente yo nawe ejjire enyuma but there is that feeling when you've just finished the work and you see you've received that message you've received.
Ojukira katugenda tukogera mu Luganda bakyayi bafa abachina twamala okukola akalimu Let's do this in mulimi raffe. So mandi awo
ajja tuwulira
tajja tuwulira
ngamba wetuteekamu oluzungu ajja tuwulira.
So tuba tuli awo nga nfuna message okuva China. Musajja agamba, can you do for me this kind of work? I will pay this amount of money. Kali kasente katono. Naye engeri kali akatono nga tusuubira nti
cash down
to come quickly. So nga nkubira William akasimu, William agamba akalimu kaleete tukakole. Tumala okukola akalimu, omusajja asindika gundi form ngifiiringe.
Nzoga tujjuza kufuna passport.
Nangamba tekamu amanya, tekamu ki, tekamu address, tekamu account number, tekamu ngamba but these guys are serious.
Nini number
yasaba nini nakafananyi kange nakasaba ne passport yange ne ngamba ne kati passport bajagaza ki, nembuza what's the passport for? Ngamba it's just company policy. That job to akola the last month. And me and Nembuza kat said, when are you getting the money? Now 3 months from now. William, na wulire gwe iri twawulira busungu. Na wulire obusungu.
Serious chosindi so kirabye wato kirabye.
William, gwe twawulira busungu. Nadda mu kabox ngamba negwe guy, this is not how we do things in Africa. Even if you cash down one so say no ngamba. The sentences za bulumi.
Tekuli cash.
Nesala whether to do your job or not. You understand?
True.
But these boys, man. It's a mentality more corporates.
Nga sente zolinda for 3 months isazwa na rent.
When you want corporate company, so I also did for them some work. So we said, oh Francis, we are very sorry. We took long to pay you your money, but you know, there's actually a lot from last year of people that are unpaid. So we are still sorting. Ngamba easy. Nalinda akasente. I never ngamba. We only send on this particular line. I think it is in Airtel. Ngamba you have to get an MTN line. Ngamba na mfachi no sente. But eventually they sent me the money, but
nze waliwo benagenda nenkolerako. You know, there are certain organizations where you just go work and you expect them to just pay, and you be like, okay, they pay me some good money. So I went, I did their work. So I was home. I see you've received. I see it is 20K. So I'm like, who has given me money for my usual drink? So a girl calls me.
Have you received the money?
Not the money. Have you received the funds?
William, I also had the same scenario.
I'm like, which funds? So was she saying funds? I was like, has my account been
hacked or what?
So like you haven't got any message. I'm like, wait,
it's the 20K.
Is this the 20K you're calling funds? Like, yes, it is a token of appreciation. I forwarded it back with I even sent withdrawal fee for them. I sent 22.
I also had the same scenario.
No.
I was home here. I was in Namave. So a client called me they were at Homie's Darling. So they told me, can you come right now? There's something we need you to do for us quickly. Unless you're going to pay for my transport. No problem. I will pay extra. Me and Azja came to a really nice tune. That is going. Kati, after doing the job well done. Number one, the results. This is good. My son is a yampa. Mitwale sato.
Uganda could decide.
I think there are well-known people in this country.
That is the most annoying thing.
Then they musinikira message nemgamba, this is not what I expected. No, I'm black.
After leaving, why didn't you tell the person?
No, I didn't actually. When after doing the job, I just left without him giving me the money. So he sent me. So I told him, if this is what you meant, I think I'm not happy. Omanyi nze nkugambirawo ne weesootinga. He said, oh, okay, I will speak to the accountant to sort you.
Did they say?
Ne basindika emitwalo 10. Yeah, okay, it's fair enough. At least
your time and
yeah.
transport has
wakitegedde
been
naye mweddeko
man.
Big companies temweswaza.
I think it is just a culture in Uganda where they don't respect creatives.
Yeah, that's what I told you.
They think it is something
thing.
easy. Yeah,
I think that's why I told you it's
sit there and
important
come
at
up
least
with-
oba tutandika okudilinga n'abantu abali mu sakozi zaffe naye abalina mu sakozi zaffe tebalina
but
ssente.
abo baagala tuluma nkumanyi man kampisizeewo tebaagala sasula. You see like here once we are seated here people think
It's easy.
It is easy. Just come here, sit and do whatever
No
you're
linnya
doing.
akamotoka transport to and fro Joshua
Yeah.
Noveri, you have to buy equipment, power.
Power, everything. It is not something. that-
Tebajja bitegeera. Right, that said,
but they should understand there's a lot of
effort.
effort before we
Now I
deliver.
want to call out some people specifically. This
Don't
no.
mention.
No. I want to call out specifically these so-called WhatsApp status viewers. Munyiza.
Where will we get the money to support you people? Because this is our hustle.
This is just data. Genda olabe ebintu tuwe feedback. I think it's just a Ugandan thing.
Man.
Ne ku TikTok omuntu omuterayo video nogamba nogicaptioninga dededede for full conversation noteka wansi click on the YouTube icon on the profile. Era omuntu najja mu kaboxi oba na commentinga mu comment section where is the link.
Where is the link?
Uganda what is wrong?
Man.
Where is the link? Nkugambye genda ku profile kuliko ka YouTube icon kakoneko nolaba video ku TikTok erina 100,000 views nogenda
It doesn't translate.
it doesn't translate. So I think Ugandans are used to cheap stuff. I mean quick stuff.
Yeah, but also somehow I cannot blame them. Did you see that theft exhibition on Twitter?
No.
You didn't see? It was
Data theft?
Yeah.
Oh, talk to me about
Exhibition
it.
on Twitter, and there people were giving their experiences about how these telecom companies have been.
Oh, I
stealing
saw a
their
snippet.
data.
I saw a snippet.
Yeah, and I think UCC should somehow intervene because they are mandated to protect.
Oh, you
Us.
mean data theft banengeje batubamu data?
Yeah, people could like put screenshots showing you can upload. It is 631. You upload, then you upload. Let me say 5 GB. At 640, they are telling you you've used 80%. Yet your phone has been down. There.
So which company was more culpable?
They are complaining. It was Airtel and MTN.
They're doing it
Yeah.
like a mobile tenaba.
Like a mobile because subscribe by Nabatono. So I think tabanajifunamu nnyo obuzibu because people were saying you MTN and Airtel you upload monthly data every day.
You upload monthly data every day.
Every day you buy.
30 days of upload.
Yes, every day you buy monthly data.
Bambi.
So I think UCC should just come out, or these telecom companies should just explain, or they should come out and tell us your data is going because of this
No.
and this. Your data is going because sometimes you can have eriyo chebayita background
William.
ebintu ebirya data.
That can't be. I think these corporate companies that are doing business in Uganda have known that Uganda does not have systems that are designed to hold them accountable.
Yeah.
So they will do whatever they want. So even if they try to explain to you,
Yeah, and that's what the majority we are saying.
yes. So and even if they try to explain to you it's just not out of responsibility but formality. I'll talk about Equity. Have you seen the frauds that have been committed by the people at Equity?
Yeah, you read.
Over and over and over and over again. But you cannot hear in any instance that government has come out to maybe cease their operations, or when these people get arrested, the so-called culprits within the system, we don't really know their way about after some time. We don't know whether the guy was taken to jail and then the next day left and came and free. So these guys are taking advantage of the laxity of our systems. So they will do whatever they want. You'll cry on Twitter, you'll cry on Facebook, but they don't give a shit. Did anybody come from this telecommunication companies come to address anything?
Yeah, MTN released the statement about that hashtag.
It's just formality.
And also UCC. I didn't see a statement.
It's formality. These guys
Airtel.
are buddies.
I don't know that. Let's wait. But I think they should do something about. I think Uganda. I think in East Africa or even in Africa,
We have the most expensive
we have
data.
the most expensive data.
Get Kenya. Go to Tanzania here. Hotels, they are streaming on YouTube.
YouTube, everything. And you see, if data is expensive, it affects a lot of things.
Yeah.
Be it the music industry, be it the media, data. Because
I think that's why
we are
we are digital generation.
Yeah, this is a digital
That's why
generation where internet is very, very.
Crucial.
It is now a basic need.
That's why a lot of Ugandan content creators are actually relocating to Kenya, because it's easier to make it there because data is relatively cheap.
Yeah, true. Because I be there and I wonder why an upcoming artist in Tanzania, you can see they have over 30 million views, 15 million views. In Uganda, someone making 1 million views is big.
I think it is.
An artist can even post.
I think
This video has made 1 million.
I think it's a nuanced problem that stems right from the systems that are designed to enable people or business owners or telecommunication companies to set up systems. For example, Bajja Kugamba, the network system, establishing a network system in Uganda is very expensive. So which makes the cost of operation equally expensive, which translates into the price of data. Whereas in Kenya, these guys are now installing 5G. So it looks like things are easier at the other end than it is this side.
You see, I remember a time when Museveni came out and said, I think he acquired machines over from where? Russia, over China, I don't remember exactly where. Because he was saying, these telecom companies were cheating us. They are under declaring the calls and what. So we are getting less in terms of taxes. But now, we have the machines. We know what they do. But can they use those machines to also help us, the consumers?
My friend, let Jaja just finish his term and you also find another president. Yeah.
So for now, tugume. But when you get
buli omu agumye munne
tujja byogera because it is too much.
Kuba gye tulaga.
You see Francis, a GB is how much?
William, kankubuulireko kino ekintu.
How many GBs do you buy a week?
A week? Man, I don't want to talk because the thing can just go. So I don't want to talk. It's very annoying. It's the thing is, I don't want to talk about this. It's annoying. Let's go on to something else.
Because just uploading like now this podcast.
This takes about 6-7 GB. But you have to buy data thrice.
Monthly data.
To
upload just the video.
William, let's talk about some. I think there are two things I want us to talk about.
Okay.
We've dealt a lot with these so-called singers and kojas, how they actually disseminate their information, and during one of the conversation we had there, we said actually there needs to be some gatekeepers to okebera okulaba bano bakojja boogera ki eri abantu. So yesterday waliyo omukyala senga simumanyi linnya naye abadde ku TikTok okwo. Growing up, let me ask you, William, what did you used to hear about hairy women?
Me, I grew up from our home setting. Ebintu byetasobola kwogerako.
No, not in the home setting. Ngamba society wise. Mu bakyalibo abakazi abali hairy bali bawulirako kyebaboogerako.
Tuyagala njogera ebyo ekizibu bye baatu.
No, just I'll say this. Me, growing up, from hearing from colleagues and from other people, they used to say that women that are hairy were actually sexually more appealing, especially when it came to bedroom matters. So, William, like I told you last time, that we actually have a problem of sengas and kojas misleading young people, misinforming. Actually, abakulu n'abato bonna bakigendeddemu. So, growing up, I used to hear that women that are hairy are actually more desired by men for the fact that, they have a certain upper hand when it comes to bedroom matters. I don't know what exactly, but it had to do with waters and stuff. Now, today I was watching a TikTok.
It's a myth.
It's a myth. I was watching a TikTok video, and Asenga was confidently telling the people that a girl or a woman that has hair around her nipples has bad luck.
Never heard of that.
You've ever heard it?
I've never.
So she was like, if you have a girlfriend or a wife that has hair around her nipples, she has bad luck. He said you should start paying attention to the fact that pay attention to when you got her and when and where you are right now. Chances are that all your businesses are struggling because of that woman. Or some of your plans that you have going on are not actually going through because you have that woman who has bad luck because she has hair around her nipples. And the people in the comment section were actually clapping.
You see, sometimes someone can say something, they can't buy it and be like, okay. Like I saw people that have yoga beard. It's almost like mine. Someone said they are very unserious. They can never be in a serious relationship.
William, you're lying. You're trying to... You're trying to...
I saw it. Wait, I saw it because I have the same. Please. I have the same. That men or boys with scattered beards. They are unserious. So in my head, I'm like, no. Bano bagala kati tugobako obugobiki tujjeko obuntu bwaffe bwaka bubanyiza. You see, someone can say something, never agamba, mine had such scattered beard and he was very unserious. So it is very easy to confuse.
I think she successfully confused it, and she was like, Manange, mujemba weddagala. Mujjeko ebisirani.
You see, Kati now, for her focus was to sell. Make sales. So I know later ekintu mwenna ekiri a bit common. Koinzo sanga nga basinga babukola ki? Nga babuyina.
So I've never
for her she has scored.
Yeah.
She has scored. She has managed to confuse you.
Now you're going to go to her for medicine.
Yes.
So just go to pluck them off.
I don't know. I don't know, but kati ne marketing or doing sales. Nayo kati zimu katimba.
Man.
Obubadi bungi.
Because you're about serious.
When you're selling, when you're marketing something, you have to be serious. Yeah. In fact, they always say you should tell believable lies.
Yeah, actually, there's also a lady I heard from Kenya. She's called King Kalala. She said, one of the ways to succeed in podcasting is even if you're telling a lie, insist on it and say it is the truth.
Yeah, and okay, make sure the lie is believable somehow.
And also accept, yes. and don't accept defeat from the other side. But that's interesting but like looking at the adverse effects, because we all know that scientifically speaking, into abantu that God just naturally created, nga bali hairy.
Yeah,
because there are women that may have hair around here on their nipples, and generally all their entire body they are hairy. Kati omuntu ng'oyo bw'alaba nga there's hair on her nipples, she's going to start feeling like
some type of way.
Like, oh man, am I cursed? Then they begin to question their relationship with their men, whether or not they've caused any like misfortunes. And it's not the truth.
Yet it is you who is not doing enough, to overcome whatever you're going through.
Yeah. Bakojja really. Bakojja ne basenga mweddeko. Wo ne gayo omulala awo ojukira gayo yagamba oba yagala kusibamu oyagala mwagala wakwagale mununeko mu omujukira that guy.
And a few weeks later bamukyaza ku TV, national TV. Bamukyaza.
I even have a clip of that guy. He said that one of the ways is to keep your lover is by feeding them with some bee.
That same guy?
Yes. Omwagala muliseeko ku bee.
And he was hosted on a national TV.
Yes.
Because kati ebiro bino twaddamu clicks na numbers.
Clickbait.
Yes. Nti omuntu yenna asookuwa attention. Anakolera content anagenda viral.
Nabeerawo ne guy omulala.
Nowadays we don't care about the credibility.
Yeah, and the quality of the content.
The quality of the content.
Kati bakola quality content tebatwagala. Wabeerawo ne guy Kasuku gwe hostinga namubuuza wali okyaliddeko ensiko mbu abasajja bakyalira ensiko. You think I'm lying? Can I play that audio?
You look for it.
It's here. Let me see. Joshua, wakyalira ensiko.
About the same time. Omukazi bw'atandika okukyalira ensiko naye ate omusajja ye goes earlier and it's supposed to be done by kojja oba taata personally. Kati omusajja okukyalira ensiko abeera akola bafuna herbs baziteeka mu muzigo
zolaba kati alimba kati alina kyayagala otunda.
And he's a sex therapist, I think.
You see, Bana-Uganda, again, I was with you. We are discussing something about the quality and the message of the songs nowadays.
Lipazo yakubye
enkudi. Ne bamubuuza mu bintu byonna n'osalawo yimba enkudi. I was like, nyimbye baddeyo basome nenyimba bave ku lujja bafumbirwe nenyimba bagule ku bumotoka tebamuwuliriza. Naye kati we yakubye enkudi buli waayita bamutendawo tenze nti pazo
wakubye enkudi.
So Ugandans just I think Ugandans just love ebyonoonese.
No, the thing is, I think Ugandans I've experienced a lot of hardship, especially coming from our leaders, that we've become so disappointed to the point that we are only looking for anything that will take us away from thinking about the hardships that we have.
Of course.
William, ennaku zino nenya nnyo taxi. Naye olaba ekkubo eryo eriva from Bulindo, Chira. My guy, that road is tormenting. It's painful to sit in a taxi and just be. It's just painful to sit. You know, if you're moving from Chira to Bulindo, Chira, and Tinda, that road, it's excruciatingly painful to sit in a taxi. Kuba mwana taxi esobola okuba ekinnya nebanga egenda okwatikamu ebibiri. But you know what? Even with those bumpy rides, there are actually some Ugandans that go laba tudde mu mmotoka nga yeebase bw'ati nga pothole tazibulira. Taxi ekupa ekinnya nasigala ng'ali bw'ati.
As if nothing
has happened. So it goes to the fact that, Ugandans have made peace with their discomfort. We know that we have shitty leaders, but we also, it doesn't mean that our life should be equally miserable. So we are trying to find happiness in everything.
Yeah.
And media platforms have understood the assignment. So bachaza abantu ngabo. So you really can't blame Ugandans.
buli kamu bakajjamu essanyu ekyamazima kyayagalayo kasente. And people just be there looking for anything ekinaabawo essanyu.
So bottom line, I think we should really get serious when it comes to the people we feed, when it comes to what we say, because Abantu people are very gullible today.
Yeah.
So, and you really don't want to be the one that has caused harm by just because of the information that you've disseminated. But also, gatekeepers, man, try to find ways of okulira bakojja okwefuga ne basenga kuba beerisa nkuuli abasajja abo n'abakyala abo. That if you want to please your man in bed, please get Coca-Cola and mix it with what? With milk, then drink it. You will steal someone's husband. And
is it possible even? And people will do it.
No, not will. People are doing it. And then drink okra water. Waliwo gwenalaba ng'akutte ekidomola almost ekya okra ali mukunywa. Man, it's crazy out there. But as we close with William, this goes to any Ugandan that has a girlfriend in Kenya. Any Ugandan that has a girlfriend in Kenya, you should call to find out if they're fine. And if at all they're paying you a visit, please.
Do you have one there?
No, I don't.
Okay.
If at all they're paying you a visit, please, before you indulge, try to take them for an HIV checkup.
No, why?
Because
they have the highest rate?
No, because in Kenya, there's actually come a clique of men and women that are intentionally affecting young men and women with HIV.
Infecting
them with HIV. So there was, I think this happened a few weeks ago, and not many Ugandans have actually caught up with it. But there's a lady in Kenya called Kemuntu. A couple of girls slid into her DM to confess horrifying situations they've gone through after noticing that they were actually intentionally infected by someone. Let me read for you a few messages. There's this one. Hey mommy, I have been meaning to open up about a certain story, but I did not have a place to rant till I phoned you sometime last month. Kemuntu, I am traumatized. I have slept with a guy. Nilimtoa means I got him. BND, very well looking man. Na he has them dollars. He has money. Tukienda kwake hapo Ridgeways after shughuli mse alinipia 6. When she met this guy, and let me translate this Swahili. When she met this guy, they went together and the guy paid her $600. But ilikuwa raw, they had unprotected sex. Na tulitest before Aki came to tell me why nilikuwa.
The girl sells.
Yeah?
The girl sells.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because there is a transaction involved.
William,
I'm asking.
Let me tell you this. Today every girl sells, directly or indirectly. It's true, but ilikuwa raw, so it was raw. Na tulitest, so they tested. Before Aki, well, Kemuntu, tell me why nilikuwa na fikiria tu ni HIV na uzia. If I show you down there vile naka, I have isolated myself, sujui nitafute usaidizi wapi. Niko na vidondo, wow, zinatoa usaha na kubwa. Saa hii nina showa na dawa za kienyeji. Ambia, whoa. So let me break this down. This girl she meets this beautiful, handsome man with whom she ends up having sex with. But before having sex with this guy, they test. And then they have the sex, and then the guy gives her $600. But what is shocking is that after the aftermath of the sex is taking a toll on her health. She has her private parts have actually begun rotting. Yes, to the extent that now very big balls are coming out of her private parts. And there's a lot of pus coming out of the private parts, and she has resorted to using traditional medicine. It turns out the guy actually infected her.
Okay.
Intentionally.
But they checked. And everything was covered.
There were several confessions.
Okay. First, if it was intentional from the guy's side, it is a crime. But also, let us not forget how the victim is also unserious about her life. It can be termed as recklessness. You cannot just meet someone because you have the testing kits and you just go for.
It's a common phenomenon.
Sometimes you have to just be responsible
with your life.
Yes, we have to jealously guard our lives because life has no spare parts. You mess up, you're gone. Because the way I'm seeing it, it must have been a one-off.
Of course, it was a one-off.
A one-off. You're meeting someone you don't know, a stranger. You just go. You enjoy raw. What do you expect? You see, it is sad that she's whatever.
She's sick.
Yeah, she's sick. It is sad. But also, Naye, she's partly to blame. Though it is not humanly to blame a victim, but the way if I've understood correctly, it was a one-off.
Yeah, it was a one-off, and there's several confessions of such.
Of the same.
Yes.
So is it like a clique, a gang?
There's just a clique of Luo men in Kenya. Apparently, one of the confessions talks about.
Don't start the things. You remember what happened to us when?
No, it's a confession here.
Don't start generalizing things.
No, the woman has said here, on this side of Kilimani, there is a hidden place Luo men meet. Now, they are famous rich men that do a lot of gambling. They have big cars. Kuna vile we got invited to their parties, za mwezi na kienda na squad yangu. She went with her squad. Very pretty ladies. Kemutu ni dahiwa na dihindwa ata kututype. So after the party wase wakabebana na me and one friend tukienda na two guys. Jamani, after a few months tunasikia ni wagonjwa aki kem hibo ndivyo. Life you have been on meds since then, and we are bitter. We want to revenge by sleeping with the whole squad. Now this one says a group of Luo men in Kenya
invited them.
They were rich men. Monthly parties. After they invited them, there was an aftermath. A group of them went out with these men, but later on, after having the sex with these men, they found out that they're HIV positive, and they're now on ARVs. So the girls want to revenge by infecting the rest of the men. So it's happening. They want to revenge by infecting.
I think they should just involve the authorities.
Because it's a crime to infect someone with HIV.
Yes,
actually.
It is a crime. It is a big crime.
Another one says,
that can get you over 20 years.
Another one says, hey D, I have a confession. Let me use an account I created just for this. So just know I am real. I am a student at UON, which is like University of Nairobi, second year, and we got out on weekends, and we go out on weekends now with groups of ladies. Nilipatana na a politician. She met a politician na akatu invite. We invited them the following day with our friends for a party. We were bought anything we wanted, even iPhones 14 Pro Max. but since that day tumekuwa on and off hospital and bleeding haishi. Like since they had sex with these guys, they've been in and out of the hospital and bleeding like continuously. Sahi sisi wote tuko home, tumeombia mpaka pasta. These politicians walikuwa from Kenya na Nigerian wame mix it in. It has been a tough month. Mwengine discharged natoa. I just wish I could record. So the thing is, a lot of things are happening in Kenya. It looks from what I see here, it looks like it's a mixture of sexual promiscuity, which is resulted into intentional infecting of men and women with HIV, but also there's something to do with rituals, because they've been bleeding like unstoppably, and I've tried to go to pastors, but nothing is happening. So that's what is happening in Kenya. So, but for me, what I basically take out of this, William, and I've always said this: if you don't have anything to fall back on, you'll fall on anything. So, and if you don't have anything to do with your life, people will use your life to do anything with it. And that's unfortunately the story of very many of our sisters. That are being used by men either for rituals, basically of rituals. And the men have known that our sisters want money.
You want the money? We have the money.
You have the money. So, and most of the times, these men also understand that when they give these girls money, that is a leverage they hold over them for them to do whatever they will, whatever they wish with these women, with these girls. Because omusajja tajja kukwata $2,200 azikuwe agambe njagala live, ogambe no, unless you're very, very strong with your values. You understand? So I think for our girls and our sisters out there, man, we try to find something to do for yourself and be contented.
You should know that
with what you have.
Cheap is expensive.
Sometimes even expensive is cheap.
Yep.
You understand? When someone gives you a lot of money, they might give you a very expensive disease that you may not get cured.
Now you got $600
and now you're bleeding.
Treating that thing. I don't know how much they have even spent.
No, now she can't even move. She's isolated. She stays in the house because the thing smells crazy.
And there is nothing for free. Everything comes with a cost.
Yes.
Whatever olinga ekintu izekama consequences.
So I told you I have a surprise. You've said a lot about protecting yourselves against HIV and not being careless. I have some HIV testing kits. Can we test live on the show?
You and who?
You and me.
We test for what?
We are talking about HIV. So this is a surprise I was telling you. Let's test on the show.
I'm at the age where my such things.
What?
Such. No, I have a board of directors who I have to ask.
William,
for you came set.
I hope you're not careless with your life.
I'm not careless.
So should we test?
But certain things,
like what?
Protocol. I have to consult my elders if I should do it.
All right. When it looks like it or smells like it might be it. So my brother here.
Please, consent is key. And I'm not ready to consent.
I knew, William, you would not consent to this test. Alright guys, I wanted to get Akusukao, which has been on the Board Podcast. I hope you guys liked whatever we talked about. It's been episode 7. Thank you for following us on all our social media platforms. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. It's all on the Board Podcast. Please go give us a like. Give us your opinion. Tell us what you like. Next week, we might come with some ladies that actually were supposed to be here. Unfortunately, one of them called Etania couldn't turn up because she lost her brother to that, unfortunately, but she was supposed to be on the show. May your brother soul rest in peace. We hope to see you here next time. Peace.